if you're in school right now, like kick ass in school, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're in school right now and you've been at, like, do the best you can, right? Literally every class, show up early, like actively participate, raise your hand, do the best you can on every test, get what you can out of that experience. Okay. Like a lot of people, I think, go to school these days because their parents are paying for it, or maybe their parents are paying some of it. They've taken out student loans, but they feel that they have to fulfill the obligation. I mean, I know there's people that work at this company, at my company here, that like they are in school because their parents want them to be. And like,
I think a lot of kids are. Yeah.
Right. So like, that's like a thing that they, most kids aren't able to step up and have that conversation. It's like failing to realize, like, your parents just want you to do good. They don't give a if it's like, like getting a college degree or just you acting in spite of them and ultimately succeeding on your own. They just want you to do good. But a lot of people aren't able to have that conversation due to the, the parent-child relationship. So I get that.
But I mean, like, they're also stuck in the idea that, like, the old school idea, you go to school, you get a job, you work that job for the rest of your life kind of thing. Mm-hmm. It's true. Education is the key to social mobility, but education doesn't necessarily have to be in a school.
Yeah.
It's free. It's free on the internet.
And also,
you put the time in.
And also, like, unless you're going to school for a specific career, which some people are. Sure. Like it's so interesting because these days, like when I'm talking to people, it seems like most people aren't, especially ones that are like, in their first or second year, even third year, like they still don't know what they want to do. So it's like, if you're in that situation and, you have that obligation to fulfill whatever. And look, if you're not, like, if you don't have anything with your parents, if you just think that, like, you going to school is like going to help you, I don't know how many people are listening to this podcast that are of that mindset. You might want to reconsider that. You might want to, like, instead of the energy and the time that you're spending on school and the money that's being invested, you might want to just like triple down on the time of listening to podcasts like this, like reading books, like self-educating and hustling, working a job where you can develop skills and be around people that are crushing it. And you can kind of learn the things that they do and the strategies that they've taken to get to where, they are today. But for the people who are in school, feel they have that commitment to fill, whether it's just for their parents, whether they just want to see it through because they're, X amount of percentage through, like, do the best that you can while you're in school.
And the campus is a great place to experiment with those and find your own techniques that work for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, look, just raising your hand and speaking in front of the class. Like, most people sit in the classroom all day and they never raise their hand, they never participate. Huge missed opportunity.
Yeah. If you take school, like when we talk about on jobs and past podcasts of, like, getting there first, doing the hardest work you can, leaving last. If you take that same initiative towards school, you will grow leaps and bounds. Like, you will learn your direction based on really applying yourself and absorbing the information you're learning, and also thinking about why you're learning it and how it can help you in the future.
Offense, guys. We stay on offense with everything we do, regardless if we like it or not. Okay. You may not like school. You may not like the class. You may not like that professor that you feel, screwed you over on the last semester. Like, they gave you 1 point less, and because of that, you had to retake a class, whatever. All right. Like, you don't do it for them. You don't act any different for anybody or influenced by anybody. You have responsibility to be the best and to do the best. So, like, if I'm in school, like, I'm looking to literally ace every single test. I'm looking to score the highest possible grade on every pop quiz, on every homework assignment, on every project, on every midterm. I'm looking to raise my hand and participate more than anybody else in the class. If the professor is asking for a volunteer, I'm the first one, like, out of my seat, volunteering. Like, I'm on offense. I'm trying to get the most out of that experience because I'm recognizing that by doing so, there's certain traits and certain disciplines that I'm cultivating in myself that I can take with me. So for people that, are in school kind of just going through the motions and think that, like, oh, I don't know what my path is, whatever, like, I get it. That's fine. But this is the time to prepare. This is the time to get ready. This is the time to literally, like, dominate all the people around you. Your objective should be to literally have the highest grade out of every single person in that class, regardless of how, in the school, not just that class, in any other class of the same, context or subject.